Good morning, folks. Brian here, Geomagnetic Earth Watch, Friday, March 28, 2025. This is a repeat video. Excuse me, but there's always new people here. I'm going to explain to you my theory why North America is having erratic weather systems, patterns, changes. We need to start off with Earth's protective magnetic field. So the magnetic field is generated within the outer core of our planet. It is likened to that of a bar magnet. So like a bar magnet, the magnetic field lines, in this case for Earth, will leave the south polar region or polar or magnetic cusp, encircle the planet, and re-emerge back through the north magnetic cusp. Now, in order to have a 100% stable protective magnetic field, organized magnetic field lines, the magnetic poles need to be more or less in antipodal opposite positions to one another. Now, this is the most common picture used on the internet. So when the magnetic poles are opposite to one another, we have organized, stable magnetic field lines. However, every once in a while, they'll go on what's called an excursion, such as we're experiencing now, which destabilizes, deorganizes, breaks down the magnetic field. As you can see, developing multiple magnetic poles. So again, this representation of a bar magnet. This would be a picture of a piece of paper over a magnet and spreading metal shavings over, and this is what you get. So stable positions, stronger field lines where they come back into the planet, wider field lines the further the 2 points, or the distance in between north and south. Now, because we're undergoing a geomagnetic excursion, actually, I'm going to come back to this picture in a minute. So our magnetic poles used to be more or less stable. Northern Canada, Nunavut, until about 1909, and it started its beeline excursion, heading in this direction. Magnetic south used to be in the middle of Antarctica. It started its excursion, and it is in the oceans between Antarctica and Australia, approximately here. And they are drawing towards each other. So magnetic north is working its way towards Siberia. Correction, this way. While magnetic south is working this way. The convergence point is the Indian Ocean off of either Sumatra, Indonesia, or the Bay of Bengal region. This will be the convergence point. So right now, north and south are working towards each other. So for argument's sake, let's just say this is offshore Siberia. This is offshore Antarctica. In the middle here is going to be Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal. Which means on the opposite side of the planet, the distance increases, thus resulting in weaker magnetic field lines. When you have weaker magnetic field lines, we have less protection from cosmic radiation coming in. Now we're going to talk about our jet streams, which is responsible for our weather patterns, temperatures. So this is a representation of our 4 jet streams, our 2 polar in blue and our 2 subtropical in red. This is what we would call zonal flow from west to east. However, when we have a weaker period of our sun, solar minimum, we get what's called meridional troughs and ridges. That's a problem, folks. We're at solar maximum right now. So right now, magnetic north is coming down this way, magnetic south coming up this way. We have more or less stable jet streams. If we go to the opposite side of the magnet with a weaker magnetic field, that opposite side of the magnet is the Americas, North America, destabilizing, chaotic, breaking down of our jet streams. Hence the destructive weather patterns you are going to continue to experience in North America, because this is the opposite side of the bar magnet, the weaker magnetic field. It is so weak, in fact, that there's an area of the planet called the South Atlantic Anomaly, a dead zone on our magnetic field, which originates over Brazil region, South America, and is extending into West Africa. Now we're going to talk about the subject of the Earth tilting. It is suggested that the Earth is tilting down in this direction. The magnetic field does not follow the Earth's tilt. So if North America and Greenland is going to be tilting down in this direction, that would put the South Atlantic anomaly up into the mid-Atlantic. So I'm actually switching back to today's jet streams. Now we're going to go to the opposite side of the magnet. It changes from day to day. This is why weather forecasting is no longer accurate. So Earth's magnetic field on the opposite end of those two converging points of the magnet becomes substantially weaker. The field lines destabilize. They break down, wider apart. This would result in increased levels of cosmic radiation and other radiation, and also ultraviolet radiation. This would be the reasons for the disastrous weather events you're having in North America. It's the simple basics of magnetism. Now, I also believe we're going to be developing different spots of weakened areas of the magnetic field over the Western Hemisphere. I think they're going to be shifting around, such as the case during geomagnetic excursions, when you develop multiple magnetic poles here and there and everywhere, and they may be shifting around. There you have it.